Isabel's haunting, the terrifying encounter of Noah with a vengeful ghost. Noah was a simple man who believed in the paranormal. He had always been fascinated by ghost stories and would often spend hours researching and watching videos about supernatural experiences. However, he never thought that he would have a first-hand encounter with the paranormal until he met Isabel. Isabel had a reputation in town for being a quiet and reclusive woman. She lived alone in a large, old house that had been abandoned for years. It was said that strange noises could be heard coming from the house late at night and that the windows occasionally flickered with an eerie blue light. Noah was intrigued by the rumors and decided to investigate the house for himself. One day, he summoned the courage to approach Isabel's house. As he walked up the path, he saw a figure in the window watching him. It was Isabel, and she looked frightened. Noah knocked on the door and introduced himself, but Isabel was hesitant to speak at first. Eventually, she confided in him, sharing a terrifying story about the house's previous owners. Isabel's grandparents had lived in the house before she inherited it. They had both died in a horrific car accident, but their spirits had never left the house. Their ghosts were said to haunt the house and attack anyone who dared to enter. Isabel had heard strange noises and had seen terrifying apparitions numerous times, but she had never had the courage to leave. Noah was skeptical about Isabel's story, but he was fascinated by the house's history. He offered to help her investigate further and find out more about her grandparents. Isabel reluctantly agreed, and they spent the next few weeks scouring through old documents and newspaper clippings. During their research, they discovered that Isabel's grandparents had been members of a sinister cult that had performed rituals in the house. The cult had been responsible for multiple disappearances in the town, including a group of teenagers who had gone missing years ago. Suddenly, everything started to make sense. The strange noises, the flickering lights, and the cold spots were all signs of paranormal activity. One night, while they were investigating, they heard a blood-curdling scream coming from the attic. Isabel froze in fear, but Noah ran towards the sound to investigate. He found a trapdoor in the ceiling and climbed up the ladder. What he found in the attic would change his life forever. There, in the middle of the room, was an altar covered in blood. Isabel's grandparents had been sacrificing animals and performing dark rituals in the house. Noah suddenly felt a sharp pain in his back and turned around to see the ghost of Isabel's grandfather looming over him with a sacrificial knife. Noah screamed and tried to run, but the ghost relentlessly chased him through the dark corridors of the house. He eventually made it to the front door, but just as he was about to escape, the ghost grabbed him by the ankle and dragged him back inside. Noah was never seen again, but locals say that his ghost still roams the house, warning others not to make the same mistake as he did. Isabel eventually moved out of the house, and it remained empty for years until it mysteriously caught fire one night, burning to the ground. Some say that the ghosts of Isabel's grandparents were responsible for the fire, emitting an eerie blue light that could be seen from miles around. The house was never rebuilt, and to this day, locals still tell the story of the haunted house on the outskirts of town, warning those who dare to enter to stay away. The spirits of the house's victims still roam the property, and those who dare to enter are doomed to suffer the same gruesome fate as Noah.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and tell us what you think in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.